Morning. Told y'all we're gonna start talking about we're gonna have a little old short deal on the mega church. The mega church is 7210. This is the latest tractor we got. It is the biggest tractor we got. It's a 7210, 110 horse maybe or something like that. It's an older tractor, but it's solid. I mean, I'm not a tractor guy. Y'all know I don't know enough about. I bet you 100 this ain't working again. Because these things right here in my pocket, what I done learned is these right here interfere with this right here. All right, so hope y'all can hear me. If I do another one of these and there's no audio, I'm probably just gonna throw the phone out and go back to the flip phone. Life was so much simpler. So this when we got this tractor up here at the ranch because we needed a bigger tractor to plow and plant, with, and needed the size. Had to have the 4-wheel drive. Needed the horsepower. And so a lot of, this is the truth. I can do a lot more things with this bigger tractor than I can with a small tractor. But I can't do everything. I can't do everything that I couldn't do with a smaller tractor with this bigger tractor. I can't get this bigger tractor in certain spots. I can't maneuver this tractor. Even the 6200. It's a 2-wheel drive, so it turns so much sharper. It's a shorter nose tractor. It gets around so much tighter. Church is the same way. Church is, nobody wants to go to a church that ain't thriving, but it's crazy how when a church is thriving and growing, how quickly that becomes what irritates you. If you're able to be irritated by not conditions but environment, like hey, it's too hot, it's too cold, we're doing this or we're doing that or that's going on. There's too many kids. I don't like kids running around. I like to have kids running around. Nobody wants to see a church be 12 people and all of them have the same last name. But what is it that happens when a church begins to really grow is there's things about it that you don't like. There's things about it that aren't like it was when it was little. I bet I got told that by a bunch of folks. I just miss how Barnum was before it got so big. Back when I was pastoring Barnum at the end. Well, I mean, okay. I kind of did too, because you know what? I wasn't even a preacher back in the beginning when it was so small. I was just coming in, serving coffee and tea and happy. Saying, hey, good morning, welcome to Barnum. Now I'm going to get out of the way and let a preacher preach to you a little while. I loved it whenever Barnum was not. When it was just in the beginning and it was small. But then you know what? Situations changed, life changed. God said, go to work there, get busy. I'm like, yes, sir. Till we find somebody, yep. Then y'all know the story. The Holy Spirit exploded the church. It wasn't me. The Spirit of the Lord was growing Barnum huge before, when all I was doing was pouring coffee, welcoming people on horseback. When Kendall Grace was a baby, me and her, she'd ride with me, and we'd set horseback, and we was part of the greeting team out there horseback. Hey, good morning, welcome to Barnum. I got pictures of her. I got pictures of her sitting with me on that paint horse that could really buck. And I'm like, what was I thinking? I mean, that's 20-something years ago. What was I thinking? This sucker bucked me off more than any horse I've ever owned, and I had that baby up there in the parking lot. That make no sense. So what is it? What happens? What happens? Well, in Book of Acts, the first church, you talking about a change, that 3,000 people come to become a part of that fellowship at once. But there's a key part in Acts chapter 2 that tells us what a church does. And this weekend we was in Woodward. I went up there and did a deal Saturday for couples, a marriage deal. And then we did it. We laid over and we did Sunday morning church with them. And but he says that the people were meeting daily. They were dedicated to the teachings of the apostles, and they were in fellowship, and they were breaking bread. What we've done in America is we've made baking bread the fellowship, and that's not the fellowship. The reason I want to share this with you is because it doesn't matter if you're going to the mega church of 7210 or if you're going to the mini church of the skid steer. Because like the skid steer is so little, Rue crowds me. But she insists on riding, and I can't not let her ride because no matter what I'm doing, I can't see her. I'm going to run over her, hit her with that shredding machine. So I had to put Rue, Christy's dog, in the cab of the skid steer with me. We're a tiny church in the skid steer. We don't have room for anybody else, but we cram in there because Rue just insists. But what is essential is find it in Acts chapter 2. They met together daily. They had fellowship. They were breaking bread, dedicated to the teachings, and they were in prayer. All right, so what has happened is we've made fellowship and breaking bread together. We build fellowship halls so that we can eat. We have times of fellowship so we can visit. We have, and that's not what that means. Fellowship is not eating. Fellowship is not an allotted time to give you my attention. A fellowship is not hanging out together, visiting. That's part of, and you can do fellowship while you eat, and most people do. But fellowship, the word fellowship is partnership, a sharing, a vulnerability. What we did this weekend in Woodward is we fellowshipped with that body. Me and Christy sat on the stage and Christy shared life, shared our truths very vulnerably. The guy named Clint Sinclair was there. He was another guy that was the speaker there. He does family stuff, family trainings all over the place, and he's a traveling guy and just a very good speaker. And he shared vulnerably, he intimately truths about their life and about his marriage. His marriage is 44 years old. Our marriage is 37. And so I just wanted to take the time today to tell you, as we think about church, and as you we talk about the mega church of 7210, or the wore out church of 6330, or the minimal mini church, mini meaning not M-A-N, miniature, the small church of the skid steer. What a church has to have is in Acts chapter 2. It's not in America. It's not in any denominational platform or structure. It's in the people sharing life with each other, being vulnerable with each other, giving wisdom that they've gained from each other, dedicated to the teachings of the scriptures, learning the word, being in prayer, and eating every now and then. So, the 7210, the tractor I've paid the most money for in my life. It's the tractor that is the biggest tractor I've ever bought in my life. And it's also the first tractor that when I bought it, I had to work on it. Let that sink in. Sometimes it just be that way. It's Monday. Have a great day.